What's up, guys, and welcome back. Going to have a quick video today. It's not going to drag on like one of my 20-minute videos where I just keep talking and talking and talking. I know you guys how much you love to hear me. So I just want to talk about GEGI for a second. As you know, we've been talking about on the channel since 0017 and how I mentioned it was a great opportunity. It still is. The thing I really like about this, I mean, a lot of people are starting to rally around the stock because it's almost as if they start to see the CEO's vision, which, you know, Kevin says here, you know, busy behind the work, you know, everything's becoming fruitful, partnerships, tech, you know, the whole nine is in the work. So I'm expecting news to come soon. You know, just looking at the chart, it's been riding this 9 or 8 MA all the way up. I mean, you know, bounced a few times, all the way up, consolidated. Now, if we're looking at the RSI where it has cooled off, because it definitely needs to cool off, you know, no doubt about it. But you can see where it cooled off here, you know, and then it just continued to leg up, hit 90 again as far as the RSI. You know, it had a little bit of a dip down into 28, cooled off. Now it's starting to move back up. And then that tweet from him was what gave it the extra punch through that resistance. You know, we were trying to push it up, you know, as far 42, 43, 44. And then, you know, King Kevin comes along and just hammers it. So, you know, we did get a nice close, pushed up through 48, through 46, close here. So we had that little wedge breakout, which is great. But same thing, RSI is still pretty hot, so you know, look for consolidation. I would love to see consolidation in the 40s, but there is a chance it could touch, you know, 30s again, or Kevin says, hey, everything fell apart, you know, it's going to zero. Let's not hope that happens. I don't think it will, but you know, chart shaping up, looking really good, you know, looking for more consolidation. So we'll cover that one as we go along. As you know, if you watched the video last time, what are you up 200%? So just crushing it, riding it, loving it. So next one, we're going to talk about CLNV. Talked about a little bit last week, and I always talk about opportunity in this market. And a lot of people like tend to, you know, I don't want to quote unquote say hold a bag or, you know, wait for the company to come alive. But when you find an opportunity like this where a company that was generally trading 5 cents, 7 cents, 4 cents, you know, would have hit 12 cents. And then they had to go through some dilution and then, you know, kind of taper down into the twos. You know, that's an opportunity, especially when you find out the company's almost, or the dilution's almost done, you know, golden opportunity. So as we talked about last week, it was 026. We talked about the 025 being support. And then you look at it today, 037. So, you know, depending on where you got in last week, what are you, anywhere 30% or more. But I was looking at something, you know, as far as the share structure and the market cap, you know, being 16 mil. And then, you know, going through their news, as we talked about, they love to put out news. You know, Dan, the CEO, is doing a great job. And then, but it was nice they actually had an 8K filed, you know, last week just talking about the press release that they had. So, you know, it came a little bit later and, you know, everything's starting to roll through Arizona now. So that's very cool to see. And then, you know, when we talk about West Virginia, leveraged state funding, what's nice and cool in there, they actually talk about the tax credits that they'll receive. So this company is a very bright future. And same thing, I don't think it's a 2 cent, 3 cent, 4 cent company, 5 cent, anything. My guess is they're going to have big plans to uplist at some point in the next couple of years. So I want to talk about that. But I'm actually talking to Dan about having an interview. So I'm working on trying to do a phone interview, maybe Zoom, with Dan, the CEO of CLNV. So if you have any questions or, you know, have any comments, definitely put them down in the comment section, and I'll try and work on that. So trying to set it up for next week. We'll see, you know, how it goes, but that'd be really cool to see, answer some questions, have him on here, you know, see where the company's vision is going, and, you know, as far as the growth that they've come for, so forth. So I mean, they're you know, kicking A and taking names. But today's main video, and this is the reason I love the OTC community, because I didn't even know about the stock. I've heard people talk about it. I actually don't even have any shares yet. I was just watching it last week, and, you know, it pops up on low volume, you know, good, gorgeous share structure. And that's actually CEOS, C-E-O-S. So you can see, chart looks great. You know, a couple of wicks down here at 02, you know, 025 generally looks like it's going to be bottom. You know, had a lot of resistance up here around 04, which you can see, you know, even had issue with that back in May as well. Tapered down from 045 to, you know, 05 range, but you know, it could pop up real easily in low volume. Accumulation looks amazing. So shouldn't be any dilution here. But, you know, I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I thought it was just mushrooms. which is fine. I mean, they have the mushroom coffee and everything, and it's, not the most attractive thing in the world, because a lot of it kind of rolls in with that CBD. But, that sector is growing really fast, and while it's growing, I actually want to try this stuff. So I went through their website here, Shop Mushrooms, and I was like, it's really not that bad. 24 packs. So if you have coffee a day, you're spending what, a little over $30 a month. But I went to their Twitter, and they talked about their new CEO. Same thing. Had no idea. Kate Monroe, ex U.S. Marine Corps vet, and what she's trying to accomplish, and going forward, and building a platform for veterans. And I was like, okay, let me read a little bit more into this, and give a shout out to Hustle on Twitter for bringing this to my attention. I looked at their recent press release, and it says independent registered accounting firm and dual listing opportunities. So they're going to go through an audit and get everything rolling. The possible dual listing. They either might do a spin-off, but they talked about the two subsidiaries, Psyche and Vetcom. And then I went through here. I was looking at this, and I went to Vetcom, and Vetcom. I was like, okay. Started reading up on the company and so forth, and Kate has been on Fox News. I mean, she's been on news stations, so definitely check out their Twitter. Look at their, Kate here on Fox News and what they're trying to accomplish. And I was like, wow, this is great. It's great to get behind a company like this. But then that wasn't even the big kicker. So I went back and I was, look at some of their press releases. Now look at this. Vetcom, founded by United States veteran Kate Monroe. Benefits, company offering support package for veterans, leading to benefits for one-time membership costs of $97 per month for a period of 12 months, or about $1,000 annually. They're focused on assisting over 14 million United States veterans. And it kind of goes on to talk about that a little bit, and as far as how big they want to grow. So, and I started reading it. It says, addition of Vetcom solidified entry in a multi-billion-dollar industry. I'm like, okay. Sounds good. I love it. So I was like, let's dig a little bit more. So they had a press release. Let me go and pull this up. Okay, news. What was it? Back in right here. Veteran industry. So read this. Veterans Education's benefits focus on yada, yada, yada. It says Vetcom also focuses on resources to support, donate veteran charities. Vetcom's goal for 2023 is to help 1 million veterans get rated, offering support packages leading to benefits with costs ranging from $247 to $1,000, generating potential revenues for Vetcom between $247 million and basically $1 billion annually. And so I read this and I was like, hold on a second, let me read it again. This doesn't make any sense. So this OTC company is working on, they might have government funding, they might get grants, I mean, I'm going to guess you're going to see some government contracts at some point, but that's just speculation. Because, Kate just took over, not too long ago, started rolling out. Now they're going through an audit, dual listing possibilities. But just reading this old PR, I'm like reading it again. I'm like, okay, so 1 million veterans to get rated. And then so the potential to be upwards of $997 million annually. So I will be very interested to see their quarter report at the end of the year. I know they have things rolling along, but I mean this could boom. I mean this could be dollars. So definitely keep an eye on this one. Like I said, I don't even have shares yet. I'm still watching it, digging a little bit more deeper into the company. But Kate's doing a great job. Go and look some of their videos. I watch the Fox News reports and so forth. It's nice that she's vocal, ex-Marine, nice vet there at the saddle and just, rolling through it. But I mean, if they do accomplish that, I mean, even 250 million is amazing. 100 million, doesn't matter what it is. They're persistent, they're going forward. And, with this type of company, I mean, they can really explode. So I just wanted to put that on everybody's radar because, like I said, thanks to Hustle for putting it on mine. So I didn't know too much about the company. And that's what this community is all about is, hey, look at this, check this out. This is really good. Because one day, this company might just be trading at 2 cents and say, hey, we signed a government contract for $500 million for 500,000 veterans, whatever it may be. And it just explodes thousands %. So it's really cool. I appreciate the community. Love everybody watching the video. So like I said, working on getting the interview with CLNV CEO Dan set up for probably next week. Still working on some logistic details. But, if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. And again, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.